evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Jenny English. In tonight's news, authorities are investigating an officer-involved shooting in Warren County. Bonnaroo will be having their annual Black Friday sale again this year. Tulsa High School Wildcats saw their 2018 season end last Friday night in Maplewood and will give you some tips on handling those holiday leftovers. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
It's football time in Tennessee and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why I keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. TBI special agents are investigating an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Monday morning in Warren County. Initial reports indicate investigators with the Warren County Sheriff's Department were informed of a subject wanted from another county for a crime committed there. Investigators spotted the individual's vehicle in Warren County and a brief pursuit ensued. The initial investigation indicates the individual turned down C. Roddy Road, turned his vehicle sideways and began firing at officers, with officers exchanging gunfire with the subject. The individual sustained injuries and was transported by helicopter to a Chattanooga hospital. No officers were injured in this incident.
Bonnaroo has announced they will once again have their Black Friday sale this year. The sale starts Friday at 11 a.m. local time. Ticket prices will start out at their lowest prices of the year at $279, which is almost $100 lower than the final price in June. Also, results from the 2018 census were released. Every year, Bonnaroo asks Bonnaroovians to fill out a census with a couple of simple questions. One of the questions asked was, where did you begin your Bonnaroo journey? And 46% of respondents said they were from the South. When asked if attendees felt like they were part of the Bonnaroo community, 80% said always. When asked if attendees had ever fallen in love at Bonnaroo, 74% said no.
Hope Sarton, Executive Director of the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, stopped by the City Board meeting to remind citizens to shop local.
Our Chamber Director is here, Ms. Hope Sarton. If you would step to the podium, please, ma'am. I want to recognize you. I know that we've got Small Business Saturday, and you're very active and engaged and encouraging shopping local, as Dr. Blanks and others. So tell us a little bit about what's coming up in Tullahoma. We want to recognize you with this proclamation as well.
Well, thank you, Mayor. We, as the Chamber of Commerce, do just encourage the citizens to shop locally here in Tullahoma and to keep all the tax dollars here so that we can continue to grow and offer support to all of our wonderful businesses. And so what the Chamber will be doing is we will be encouraging everyone to put out their shop local signs and wear their shop local t-shirts. And we definitely encourage the members of the Chamber to submit their sales and anything special that they have going on so we can help to promote that, to educate the community on all the wonderful things that are taking place in Tullahoma.
Yeah. Well said, thank you. So we want to present this proclamation to you, encouraging folks to shop Tullahoma, as you just said. And that we've got the Saturday after Thanksgiving, a Small Business Saturday.
Lila Saunders is Tullahoma's most recent honorary alderman. Let's watch as she's introduced to the City Board.
Not least, you see that we've got a new face that's joined us this evening. Ms. Lila Saunders is with us. So this is a very, very impressive young lady. Let me tell you what, 2 full pages of really incredible work that she's done and the honors and awards. Let me just read a portion of it. National Honor Society, All-Around Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Math Honor Society, second team All-District Softball this year, AP Scholar Award, Outstanding Achievement on Advanced Placement Test, Personal Finance Award last year, Girl State Alternate, Permanent Varsity Soccer Captain, National Merit Commended Student, First Team All-Region Soccer. It just goes on and on. Okay, you get the point, all right? Okay, very, very impressive young lady. So we welcome you as an honorary alderman tonight. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Ms. Saunders.
My name is Lila Saunders, like you said. I go to Tullahoma High School, and I've gone to Tullahoma High School all 4 years. my family sitting right there.
I'm going to
Kinda
get you
call
to
me out and
introduce
say,
them
okay.
in just a minute. Yeah.
That's Emery, little Emery. That's my older sister. She's in 7th grade. That's my dad and my little brother and my mom.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in several honor societies, but I'm also in a lot of clubs. I really enjoy Spanish club. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this because obviously y'all are in the Spanish club, but yeah, we have fun. I play soccer and softball, so if you ever want to come out to any games, please come support. We need the money for the schooling. And I did not get to go to Girls State, which is where you learn about government. Tennessee state government, you become very involved. I was an alternate, but I have several friends who got to go and they really learned a lot. And I'm very excited to be here tonight, and that's about all I have to say about me.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. So if you would continue standing, and we'll present this certificate recognizing you as an honorary alderman tonight. Yeah. Mom.
Stay with us. There's more News Leader coming up after this.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Homa is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. The Selma Wildcats season ended in the third round of the TSSAA playoffs last Friday night at Maplewood. Head coach John Olive talks about that game and the season, which has been the most successful since the mid-'80s.
We knew this ball game would be a defensive game. We had played them just 3 weeks ago, and it was a very defensive game. We really struggled to move the ball against them 3 weeks ago. We struggled to move the ball against them again last night. We had changed our game plan up. We were going to go in and try to throw intermediate passes underneath them.
Right.
And still trying to protect the quarterback was a real chore. And you'll see that. He scrambles around quite a bit. They sack him some. We knew that we'd take a couple of deep shots at them, but weren't able to complete them.
Close. We
got to make those
misraced about a
plays.
foot one time.
And then defensively, we felt like, and we talked to our offense. We told them, we said, hey, ending in a punt's not bad. We've got a very good defense that will keep us in the ball game.
Right.
They've got a very good defense. It's going to keep them in the ball game. It's going to come down to when we get an opportunity, you got to score
something.
And we got that opportunity late in the third quarter and couldn't put it in. Mm-hmm. We try a field goal that falls short, but that was our opportunity.
Right.
We had one opportunity, and it would have been a freak thing if we could have made it happen. Ty Cox almost had an interception. If he intercepts it, he's going to score a touchdown.
Right.
And so our defense could have beaten Maplewood 8-6 last night. So anyway, it was. If you like throwback football to the days of defense, it's a football game to watch. We turned the ball over, and our defense bailed us out big time in the first half.
And they had that one play that they gashed us up the middle and scored a touchdown.
Sutherland
one play
broke 3 or 4 tackles, and the other running back had just gotten hurt and had to leave the game. And Sutherland comes in, who is not considered to be their power runner. He's really, really good. He's a sophomore who rushed last year against us for 150 yards as a freshman. Or maybe he was a sophomore last year, he's a junior this year, but he's an underclassman. He's one of the few underclassmen they've got coming back. But anyway, good play by them. And it was the one play that we don't play very well. And so they had the short field, they got the touchdown, and they made it hold up.
25th year, 26th year?
26, I believe.
26th year. Quarterfinals, playoffs. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I'm tickled to death for our young people. those seniors, their freshman year, we knew they were pretty good. They won the Lions Bowl that they played in. We came up with a name. I think Jared named them the Red Pants Squad because that was what Bert Oakley had put them in for practice pants, were red pants, so he could distinguish varsity and freshmen. And we only have 8 out of that freshman class that are still with us now.
Right.
And I believe that's right. So you look at what because like Matt Ross played as a freshman, Race Marin played as a freshman. They were part of an 0-10 football team. The next year, a lot of these guys played as sophomores, and they go 0-10 again. So we're 0-20 in their first 2 years. And I'm not the brightest coach in the world, but I understand that there were a lot of people that felt like that we didn't know how to coach anymore. And these guys held the line and stayed with us. And I don't even know which coach hung a banner up in there, but it hung up in the weight room, "If you stay, you will be champions." Now, we didn't make it to be a champion. We thought, we fought like crazy to be region champs this year.
Yes, we did.
And their junior year, we go 5-5, and it was probably a pretty good 5-5 team, seeing what our region's done in the playoffs for the last 3 years now. But we don't make the playoffs. And for these young men to be picked to be 5th in the region this year, for them to win 10 football games and be 4 points away from going to the state semifinals, awesome tribute to the young men that are playing out there on the field, and in particular, that senior class.
And more news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. By now, a lot of you have finished your Thanksgiving feast and are wondering what you're going to do with all that leftover food. This video may provide you with some ideas.
No way there can be any leftovers, right? You just stuffed yourselves, but then you look and there are leftovers. What do you do with them? You want to store them, but you got to store them the right way. And here to tell us how to do that, we've got Chef Liz Jimenez with Second Helpings. Good to see you as always, sister. So, a lot of us go about storing our food the wrong way. I'm just going to throw that out there and guess, right? Because with what you do, I mean, it's very specific, right? There are real serious guidelines you guys have to follow to make sure everyone's safe. And I know we in our homes should probably, we could do better.
Yes, we could always learn to do better to keep our family safe and our friends safe. And one of the things that I notice that a lot of people do with leftovers is that they allow the leftovers to sit out for long periods of time after the food is done, and then you either watch TV or play games, and then the food is just sitting out.
Totally. We do it with the turkey, I think.
Yes.
Maybe that's the worst, is the turkey's just kind of left sitting there because we are watching the game. We're kind of coming and going from the kitchen, taking little bits off. But how long is too long to leave meat out?
Ideally, it won't go beyond 2 hours.
Okay.
A maximum of 2 hours, provided that the person cooked the turkey properly, that it was thought out properly and that all the guidelines up to the cooking went fine. And then at least 2 hours.
There's that too. We had to get that right too.
Yeah.
So, all right.
However, if something was really hot and you wanted it to cool down faster, then slice it, cut it into smaller chunks, and it will allow the air to go in so that it can cool it faster.
Okay, because you don't want to put a still hot or even very warm turkey in the refrigerator, because what does that do? That causes problems as well.
Yes, it not only puts more stress on the unit, but also all that heat can radiate and give heat to the other neighboring foods.
Right, okay.
in there, and it may also put them at risk.
And it's not necessarily just turkey. We can also, this applies to hams or whatever sort of holiday foods you may enjoy in your
mashed
house.
Potatoes.
Steak, mashed potatoes,
they
anything
hold,
really dense.
Yeah, they hold a lot of heat, mashed potatoes. So when something is like that and there's lots of mashed potatoes left over, or sweet potatoes or something, then go ahead and spread them on a container that only about 2 inches deep of food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only 2 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you may have a big container, like this is more than 2 inches, but you only have a couple inches of food in the container, so that there's more surface area for the hot food to be spread out through, and the air can get in easier and it can cool it down faster.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, that's a good tip. And then what about, I'll tell you what, every holiday season I go to my mother's house and I open up the fridge and it's like, seriously, you can't get anything else in. It jam-packed. Now, where's your stance on that?
That is so important to prevent that from happening.
There you go, Mom. I hope you're listening.
Because
don't pack it full.
And it's so easy because we don't want to run out of things. We want to make sure everybody has what they like or a variety of things. So we over prepare sometimes and we really pack it. And then when it comes for the leftovers, then we don't have any room. And then there is not enough air circulation to allow for all those things to be kept safe.
To kept cool properly, like the way they need to be. Okay, then, so let's say we've cooked everything to a T, we let things cool, we've stored it properly, now we want to reheat things.
Good question, and that's a very good point, because if you choose to reheat your food items in the microwave, every microwave is different.
Totally.
My mom has a 20-year-old microwave. And I have a much newer microwave. So
I hope you do.
In my microwave, it may take 2 minutes. In hers, it may take 10 minutes.
Totally. Okay.
So it's really important that people slowly get used and comfortable with the idea of using a thermometer.
Okay.
And ideally, we will be reheating foods up to 165 degrees. And you can hold the thermometer inside the food for at least 15 seconds to stabilize the temperature. So because the same food item may take longer in one microwave versus the other, the only way that we're going to know if it's reheated properly and all the way through is with a wonderful thermometer.
That's right. Get one of those bad boys.
Yes, and this is the best brand ever.
Fabulous. Well, good. We're going to pull that information on IndieStyle.tv. Chef, we're out of time as always. But you know what? Thank you so much for all the good work you do with Second Helpings and Second Helpings as a whole, all the mouths that they...
We'll be right back in a moment.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Hand washing is one of the most important ways you can keep from getting sick and spreading germs to others. Dirty hands spread disease. This hand washing demonstration will show you how hand washing can get rid of germs and chemicals that get on our hands every day. This gel is like the germs and chemicals that we get from things we touch throughout the day, like our toys and pets. If we then rub our eyes, nose, or mouth, or pick up something to eat, the germs or chemicals can get into our bodies and make us sick. Studies have shown that people touch their eyes, nose, and mouth about 25 times every hour without even realizing it. To get rid of these germs and chemicals, CDC recommends you follow these easy steps every time you wash your hands. Wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry. We're going to show you the right way to do each step. First, wet your hands with clean running water. Turn off the tap and apply soap. Then, lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Be sure to lather the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. If you don't have a clock nearby, keep scrubbing until you've sung the happy birthday song twice. Rinse your hands well under clean running water. Dry your hands using a clean towel, electric hand dryer, or air dry them. Washing your hands using the steps we just demonstrated is very important to get hands completely clean. Let's see how well we got rid of the germs and chemicals. Great! No more germs and chemicals. Why is this so important? Germs and chemicals from unwashed hands can get into our foods and drinks when they're being prepared or when we're eating or drinking them, which can make us sick. Also, germs and chemicals from unwashed hands can be transferred to other objects like cell phones, tabletops, or toys, and then transferred to other people's hands. That's why it's so important to wash your hands following these steps. Wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry, so you can stay healthy and help keep those around you healthy. For more information, visit cdc.gov/handwashing.
Welcome back. As most of us know, hand washing is the best defense against cold and flu germs. This video will refresh your memory on the proper way to clean your hands.
Hand washing is one of the most important ways you can keep from getting sick and spreading germs to others. Dirty hands spread disease. This hand washing demonstration will show you how hand washing can get rid of germs and chemicals that get on our hands every day. This gel is like the germs and chemicals that we get from things we touch throughout the day, like our toys and pets. If we then rub our eyes, nose, or mouth, or pick up something to eat, the germs or chemicals can get into our bodies and make us sick. Studies have shown that people touch their eyes, nose, and mouth about 25 times every hour without even realizing it. To get rid of these germs and chemicals, CDC recommends you follow these easy steps every time you wash your hands. Wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry. We're going to show you the right way to do each step. First, wet your hands with clean running water. Turn off the tap and apply soap. Then, lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Be sure to lather the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. If you don't have a clock nearby, keep scrubbing until you've sung the happy birthday song twice. Rinse your hands well under clean running water. Dry your hands using a clean towel, electric hand dryer, or air dry them. Washing your hands using the steps we just demonstrated is very important to get hands completely clean. Let's see how well we got rid of the germs and chemicals. Great! No more germs and chemicals. Why is this so important? Germs and chemicals from unwashed hands can get into our foods and drinks when they're being prepared or when we're eating or drinking them, which can make us sick. Also, germs and chemicals from unwashed hands can be transferred to other objects like cell phones, tabletops, or toys, and then transferred to other people's hands. That's why it's so important to wash your hands following these steps. Wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry, so you can stay healthy and help keep those around you healthy. For more information, visit cdc.gov/handwashing.
The pet of the week this week at the Tulsa Animal Shelter is a Jack Russell named Diane. She's approximately 2 years old and entered the shelter as a stray. She is up to date on her vaccinations, heartworm negative, on trifexis, and good with other dogs and children. Diane will receive a free spay with a $35 adoption fee. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tulsa Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Josh. Josh is a Bull Terrier Lab mix who is in urgent need of a good home as he has been at the shelter for many months. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252, Manchester 37349. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Have you heard the news? Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new website, russellbarnett.com. Very user-friendly. Over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Online credit applications. Hometown auto rental. Customer testimonials, trade appraisals, certified collision center, service department scheduling. Too many reasons to mention why I keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1983 at 74 degrees. The record low was in 1937 at 14 degrees. Average high on this day is 57 and the average low is 37. Mostly clear weather in the forecast for tonight with the low of around 38. 30% chance of rain in the forecast for Friday with a high of 55 and a low of 45. 60% chance of rain on Saturday with a high of 56 and a low of 44. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Good night.